Hi everyone, I'm Yui Pow Redford and I completed the UN 193 in 2017. It's so great to be part of this momentous event. We come from a range of different countries and backgrounds, but we're united by this achievement and our great love for travel.
The biggest area of concern, I think, for women specifically is around security. We have some additional issues beyond what typical men might have, besides pickpocketing or bribery or something like that. There's harassment from men, and in the worst case, some sort of sexual assault.
Lily, you've had years of travel. Would you say that the challenges have changed over the years?
I think it's got a bit more dangerous than it used to be in the 60s and 70s, actually. Um, I'm watching out for myself a lot more than I used to. I think men were not as predatory as they have become now. That's my thought, anyway.
No, that's a very fair point. Jessica, what about you? What's been your experience with regards to the challenges?
I think obviously being a woman, we know what that comes with. But for me, I haven't had that many safety issues outside of the US. I think one of the biggest learning lessons for me is that if I'm traveling, even if like something happens for me, obviously I have the other dynamic of race and being visibly African, which is a whole another set of issues. But the biggest thing for me is that I always try to move with positive energy. And even if something happens, whether it's around my gender or my race, even if I'm upset in that moment, I don't let it ruin my entire trip. And I think that's the biggest and most important thing. And I think as far as like danger on the road, if you will, when you look at statistics, it's so incredibly rare. When it comes to sexual assault, no matter where you are in the world, most women are assaulted by people they know. So when you're traveling, it's actually going to be less likely to happen because you're not running into people you know. So I think pretty generally, the world is very safe for women.
How to balance travel with so-called real life, especially when this travel involves visiting every country in the world. Brit Marie, I know you've had a long career in business and have a family. How did you manage to do that?
Well, I think you have to adapt your traveling to your current circumstances. I did not restrain from traveling, but then often together with my children. And I really hope that all parents will inspire their children to travel because that's the best education you can give your children.
I don't have a family and I don't have children. I have a mother left, and that's all of my family. And when I worked till I was 36, I had 30 days holidays per year, which I stretched to 70, 80 days traveling per year.
I think if you want to do something, you figure out how to fit it in. I'd take 4 months off between jobs or I'd take long holidays. And then sometimes I would just get on a plane on Thursday night and go somewhere really random for the weekend, 4-hour overnight in economy at the back of the plane trying to sleep, and then come back to work overnight flight Sunday and just show up on Monday and like hope I got through the week. So I think if you really want to do it, you'll fit it in.
Now that 193 is done for all of us, what is next on your list, or what kind of goals do you think you'd like want to pursue? Do you think you'll continue traveling in the same kind of way? What comes next for you?
I've been to all 193 countries plus 2. And then I like to visit Antarctica just one more time. And next I want to go to space, at least 100 kilometers from the Earth. I want to see the Earth in one, not piece by piece.
I visited every country. I basically finished with my last country in 2018 November. So of course, when you finish, you feel really content, grateful for all the people who were supporting you and who were with you in this. I came up with the project going to unrecognized parties, partially recognized countries and territories.
For me, I love spiritual places, so I'd love to return to Bhutan, Tibet, Nepal, places like that?
I think I would like to go back to Tajikistan.
The whole African continent is just, especially I'd like to go once things settling down to Ethiopia.
Latin America. I've been living there for many years and I'm really longing to go back.
I'm on my way back to Antarctica.
I would like to go back to New Zealand if our Prime Minister lets us in anytime soon, but I'd also be very happy to go back to Mali.
I would like to go back to Namibia.
The place probably highest on my bucket list is Scotland.
I'd like to travel Tibet, Abkhazia, Ossetia, Nicosia, those unrecognized states as well.
Well, thank you very much for your input, ladies. This has been so enlightening and such a valuable opportunity.